Hello, welcome to Northwest Trains. I'm Tom, and today we've got some rolling stock unboxing. I picked this up from the Blackpool and Northfield Model Railway show on Saturday, 17th of September. Wasn't going to get any of these, and then I saw them and I thought, oh, they look pretty good, so I couldn't resist really. So I got some. I couldn't believe how small they were. I have had a little glance at them because I couldn't wait to do the video basically. Just see if we can get this box off. It's quite a good sized box, so you wouldn't think they'd be so small. Right, I'll just show you which ones I've got. So I've got Hetton Colliery Railway X, presume that's North Eastern Railway, pack 1. Chaldron's triple pack, Era 2. Now, what's fascinating about these is when Accurascale announced these, they said they've actually been in service for well over 100 years. They were introduced in the 1830s, and they carried right on apparently until the 1970s. It's quite interesting packaging. Let's just see if we can. There we go. Very interesting packaging, but I'm sure they're upside down there actually. But this is my first bit of Accurascale rolling stock. They brought out plenty of modern era wagons, which I was quite tempted by, but sort of trying to be a bit more selective this year what I buy. So there's one there. Might need me craft knife in a minute, I think. Oh, maybe not. Been put in little tiny little bags. Probably reasonably good job of protecting them. Oh, there we go. Just sellotape together. So in fact, I'll get my craft knife. Okay, let's see if we can get this off without doing any harm. Can't find me sharp knife, so this will have to do. Wow, just shows, doesn't it, difference in rolling stock over the years. It's incredible. So I think they're metal wheels. I can't. Yeah, the metal wheels, I think. You can see all the detail, the rivets on the planks there. Got a little chain link coupling there, which I think is a magnet. What I've seen of their advertising. There's not much else you can do with them. Well, that's a nice separately fitted part there. Should also mention I got paid £45 for the 3 of these, which is quite a lot of money really, but in today's market Accurascale do seem pretty reasonably priced, so it's always worth giving your manufacturer a chance, isn't it? So that's 211. See, they've all got individual numbers on them. Let's just see how these couplers work. Or maybe they're not put on yet. No, I've got to put them on myself. Right, so there's the third wagon. I presume these are the couplers. Here we are. I can only see 2 or 3 there. That's in. Oh, we got a little buckler here as well. This looks pretty interesting. Right, there's a picture of one. So I believe there's some preserved beamish. I presume that's going to tell us about it in here. So nice picture there. See if you can get it without the light being in the way. Prototype history. If you want to pause that and take a little look, you can do. Wow. So there's a list of all the parts on this model. Quite a lot in it really, isn't it, when you think about it. So even more description about that. I'll have a read of that later. Right, I've just noticed down there 1978 they were last used, so less than 50 years ago. And here's some pictures of them here. I mean, the last surviving ones must have been the ones that ended up at Beamish. Got a tiny little steam engine there pulling them. They almost look like 009 gauge, don't they? There's not much difference. Right, I've got some more examples to put in front of the camera to show a difference in size. I've got to have a confession now. I've already put these through an endurance test, or accident test. I somehow managed to get the third wagon out of the packet. They fall out of my hand, and not only fall down, it fell right through the loft hatch and onto the landing floor. Remarkably though, it's okay. It's these separately fitted parts, if I can just show them. I was half expecting them to be shattered all over the floor, but no. It's either landed really fortunately, or it's quite a tough wagon, so I like to think it's a bit of both. Now the couplers are attached to it, you just got to sort of unflick them, and I'm going way around. You sort of unflick them because they pull towards themselves, and then there you go. It's quite nice, realistic looking really, because they look like a chain. I suppose when you're shunting them they look realistic as well. So here's a 009 gauge equivalent, so this is the same scale, but obviously the track's half the width. So you can certainly see not much size difference. There's another 009 gauge wagon. So that's actually longer than that wagon. So incredible really. And so this is a wagon that would have been used in the 50s and 60s for well, minerals or coal. As you can see, that's more than twice the size. And then this is one that I think that was used probably from the 70s to probably the early 2000s. And as you can see, that's the length of 2.5 of these wagons. So it just shows how railways evolved over the years. We've got 3 generations of wagon there. So before make the video too long, too boring, I'm trying to make the video shorter. So these, I presume, are the couplers for the loco. I've got my little hornby packet in the background there, having run around the layout. I haven't ran it for a long time, so I'm giving it a good running, so hopefully it'll be okay pulling these wagons. So I'm going to get these on the layout now and see what they're like to run. Right, we have our 3 Chaldron wagons on the track. So I've put the magnetic coupling on the hornby packet, which wasn't too difficult, I don't think. Just me with my fat fingers. Let's see about this one now. It's not been the best runner lately. I don't know why. You can see there it's just stalled. But importantly for now, all 3 of those wagons connected up great. Let's just see if we can move off without it stalling. Speed it up a little bit. They look really good, don't they? The other loco I've got in reserve here is Edwin, and that looks like it spent its life on a coal colliery railway. So might get that running on it for a little while. See what that's like. But I think these couplers are a really good design, you know, compared to the hornby method. Speed that up a little bit. Now I've got a little museum type layout to the started a while ago. I hope we get around to finishing it one day, but I thought these wagons would be perfect for it because I weren't really going to buy them. But I thought if I get the Hornby rockets on it and a few other vintage trains and these sort of little heritage museum type places you go to that have a short running line, have little locos like this normally, and especially Beamish, where these the real versions of these wagons still exist. I always like those sort of places, so hopefully one day I'll get to finish that model, and these will make a nice little addition to it. Right, just thought before we done the running session, to show the difference with these couplers. Now this is the Hornby version, and it's just a piece of plastic, and what you've got to try and do is hook it onto the coach like that. It looks easy enough there, but the closer couplers on the loco are quite tight. Getting the lovely coaches, especially these, the detail on them, and unfortunately I can't run the rocket at the moment because it's not DC fitted yet, so I really need to get that done from somewhere, send it off, because I don't trust doing it myself. But I do like the Accurascale couplers more so than these, but maybe, you know, they'll be improved in the future. I just quickly show, if I pull the loco a bit closer, just how strong these magnets actually are. See, like that. So the wagons are pretty light as well, so it doesn't take much to pull the wagon towards the loco. So that's the only unrealistic thing, but I do like those couplers. Okay, I'm going to do a few more running shots, and we'll finish the video. Right, so here's a little criticism of the wagons. Because they're so light, when they go over my points, they just seem to kick up sometimes. Not always, but I'd imagine with a bit of weight in them, to be less likely to jump on the track. I mean, that's actually worse than it was before. Right, I've just tried to add some weights to this. I put some screws in, so let's see if that makes any difference. It does with the first point, second point. Oh, we almost made it. I think what it is because the wheels don't have much overlap on them. Oops. It's like the design for very thin track. I suppose the Code 75 track might be better for these. But yeah, it's not good that, is it? Bit of a shame really, because all I'd be doing with these wagons would be shunting them up and down. Right, let's try again. I'll put the second point into the straight position, see if that makes any difference. Okay. No, we almost got that. I mean, before it was the third wagon, but now it's the first wagon. Going forwards is fine. So I was a bit disappointed when I went to reverse the train back into the siding had done that. But you can see the movement on the points. I think it's called the flange. There isn't much on these wagons at all. I'll show it in a sec. Let me just try it once more. See, it seems to be the one closest to the loco that's struggling. But the couplers all seem fine. I suppose as well because the wagons are going buffer to buffer, but the loco isn't going buffer to buffer with these wagons, so it's not really suited. Let's try again. Did actually make it there without derailing, so that might be all it is. But yeah, I'd appreciate anyone else with these problems, well, doesn't have this problem, put in the comments. Let me just take this one wagon off if I can. You just pull apart like gently, just get rid of these screws. So you can see how thin the wheels are. So when you put them on the track, you've got quite a bit of movement in them. So I suppose they're designed for much thinner, probably old iron track, but in the model it's still got to work with double gauge track, hasn't it? So like I say, that's my only disappointment really, because all I'd be using these wagons for, if they are running on the layout, is shunting or demonstration shunting. But other than that, can't really complain. Looks like a nice little train. It'd be nice when you get the right sort of loco to go with it as well. Once Stephenson's rocket's chipped, we'll try and run them together. We can get a conversion for the coupler. But yeah, that's it for now. So thank you for watching. Check out my Facebook page for more pictures and videos, and like and subscribe. Thanks again. Bye for now.